Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 6 tips to bond your guinea pigs. Lately, I've been getting a lot of questions on this topic, so I thought it would be a good idea to make this video for you guys and to share some of the tips and experiences that I've had while bonding my guinea pigs. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. Before we get into the tips, I do want to mention that you are going to want to make sure that your new guinea pig or guinea pigs are healthy, as you do not want them to infect your other guinea pigs. Usually whenever I get a new guinea pig, I will wait 3 days to a week to make sure that the new guinea pig is healthy. If you do think something is wrong with your new piggy, then I definitely suggest taking them to the vet. The very first tip I have is to bond your guinea pigs in a very big area that they are not familiar with. Bonding your guinea pigs in an area with a lot of space can be very helpful, as guinea pigs tend to get extremely territorial when they are in an area that they have claimed or have been in before. So bonding your guinea pigs in an area that is newer to them can be very helpful to prevent hormonal aggression towards the new piggy. Personally, I found it's really helpful to bond them in a super big area. When I was bonding Buttercup, Lola, and Noelle, I did it in a pen that was 5 feet by 6 feet, and I will actually link that video in the iCard above or in the description below if you guys would like to see how I bonded my guinea pigs. The second tip I have is to put a pile of hay in the middle of the pen that you're bonding your guinea pigs in. I highly suggest putting a big pile of hay in the middle of the pen that you're bonding your guinea pigs in, as this is just a really good distraction and it's really good to get them used to eating with each other. You can also throw some vegetables in there. It's really helpful and it's just good for them to kind of bond with each other while eating. I always put a big pile of hay in the middle of the pen that I'm bonding my guinea pigs in, and this has always worked out really well, and it's just a really good distraction. Sometimes the guinea pigs like to hide under the hay, so I would just make sure the pile isn't too big to the point where your guinea pigs don't notice each other. You really do want them to notice each other because they do need to work out any problems they have with each other before they go back into their enclosure. The third tip I have for you guys is an extremely important and helpful tip. My tip is to adopt a piggy that is around 6 months to a little under a year old. Adopting a guinea pig that is younger is a really good idea, and it can be super helpful, as younger guinea pigs tend to be more submissive than older guinea pigs are. If you were to get an older guinea pig and try bonding them with your piggies that might be a little bit older as well, it might be really difficult for them to submit to each other and to sort out any problems, as they both may be used to being the dominant pig in the group. So I highly suggest getting a piggy that is younger, as once again, younger guinea pigs definitely tend to be way more submissive than older guinea pigs. The fourth tip I have for you guys is to make sure your enclosure is a suitable size for your piggies. I highly suggest making sure your enclosure meets the minimum amount of floor space for your guinea pigs. Although I do always recommend going a little bit bigger than the bare minimum, as the bare minimum does mean that that is the smallest you want your enclosure to be, which means it is a good idea to have your enclosure be a little bit bigger than the minimum. Personally, if I were to have an enclosure that is smaller than my current enclosure, I do think that my girls would not get along because Lola and Noelle can get pretty snippy with each other sometimes, so it's a really good idea to make sure your enclosure is a little bit bigger than the minimum, just to make sure that they have enough space to get away from each other. The minimum amount of floor space for 2 guinea pigs is 7.5 square feet. The recommended amount is 10.5 square feet. For 3 guinea pigs, the bare minimum is 10.5 square feet, and the recommended is 12.5 square feet. For 4 guinea pigs, the minimum is 13 square feet, and the recommended is 16 square feet. For my 3 female guinea pigs, our enclosure is a 6x3 song mixed grid enclosure, and it is 18 square feet. All guinea pigs are different, and honestly, I would recommend that everybody have an enclosure that is 12 square feet or bigger, but if you have more than 3 pigs, then honestly, I'd prefer your enclosure to be a little bit bigger. The fifth tip I have is to have a blanket or a towel nearby in case you need to separate your guinea pigs if they start fighting. It's a very good idea to have a towel or a blanket on hand, as 2 of your guinea pigs could get into a fight, and you are going to want to separate them as soon as possible, as you don't want them to seriously injure each other or kill each other. Pretty much all the behaviors are normal as long as your guinea pigs are not rolling around like one ball of fluff or have drawn blood from each other. Those are some really bad signs. As guinea pig owners, normal bonding behaviors can look horrifying and really scary to us as we love our piggies so much and we don't want them to get hurt. Just seeing the slightest thing that looks a little bit harsh can be very scary, so it is extremely important to know which behaviors are safe and which aren't. The next tip I have for you guys is just something really basic that you should know before you bond your guinea pigs. Do not separate your guinea pigs if it is unnecessary. Once again, this is an extremely important reason that you should know which behaviors are safe and which aren't when bonding your guinea pigs. It is very important not to separate your guinea pigs just because you think you saw something that was unsafe. A lot of the time when guinea pigs are nipping each other or chasing each other, it is completely normal. It is actually more stressful for the guinea pig to be separated than it is to let them continue the bonding. You do not want to separate them and put them immediately back in. That is actually very dangerous and very stressful for your guinea pig. So when you see behaviors that might look a little bit scary to you, but they are normal, do not separate your guinea pigs. I am going to quickly note out a bunch of behaviors that are safe. So when you see your guinea pig chasing the other guinea pig around the enclosure, that is normal. When you see them sniffing each other's butts and the other one gets really scared and then they flick at each other, that is also probably normal. Pretty much everything is normal as long as they do not draw blood from each other and they are not rolling around. This next tip is actually a bonus tip, and this is going to be our last tip for today. The very last tip I have for you guys is to thoroughly clean out your guinea pig's enclosure and wash all of their items. So go ahead and wash all of your cozy items to get off any smells that may be on them, and you can use 50% water and 50% vinegar and just wipe down your guinea pig's whole entire enclosure just to make sure that there are no smells in there, because your past guinea pigs that have been in there could get very territorial and they could pick on the new piggy. So definitely just make sure you thoroughly clean down all of your items, and this will definitely help to prevent any bullying on the new piggy. That is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to let us know in the comments down below if any of these tips have helped you guys bond your guinea pigs. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment them down below in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all in our next video.